What's up, party people? This is the 10X generation, and this video is about procrastination. We all have projects, we all have goals, and we all have things that we need to do to get to our goals. But if it was so easy to do everything we needed to do to get where we want to go, we would all be rich, we would all be successful, we would all be as happy as we want to be. The thing that keeps us from getting our goals met is procrastination in a lot of cases. So what is procrastination? It's just when you know you need to do something but can't muster the energy to do it. And this could be overcome by using discipline. This could be overcome by you forcing yourself to do these things. But who wants to live in a state where you're constantly forcing yourself to do things that you don't really want to do but know you should do? Who wants to live? What's the point of being successful? What's the point of being rich? What's the point of having everything that you want when you are forcing yourself to do things that you really don't want to do? I say there's a better way, and this better way is by effectively manipulating your own brain to want to do the things that you don't want to do. So this is my strategy. Your brain works, its primary motivator is a chemical within your brain, and it's called dopamine. And it has dope in the beginning because it relates to, drugs. If you talk to a crackhead or somebody who is addicted to drugs, I'm telling you, they're the most motivated people on the planet to get that particular drug. They will harm themselves. They will harm their family. They will sell everything. They will be on the street begging for whatever they need to get that dope, that drug, because they have connected their dopamine with whatever drug. If you could use that power to get the things that you want, do you know how unstoppable you would be? If you had the motivation of a crackhead for your goals, if you're an app developer developing an app, if you're a YouTuber getting that app, that YouTube video out, if you're a writer getting that book out, if you're whatever you want to be, if you want to be a movie star or whatever you want to be, if you had the motivation of a crackhead to get the things that you want to get and the motivation to do that, oh man, you would be unstoppable. And if you listen to a lot of these like extremely motivated people, they're kind of like crackheads. They're like super motivated to do the things that will bring them success. So how can you use that mentality, almost that crackhead mentality, to get your goals and achieve your dreams? Well, you have to understand the motivator. The motivator is pleasure. It's a reward. That's how we operate. You do something, you get feedback, and then you become addicted. It becomes a link. But how do you do that when it's something like a long form thing that you have to do? My strategy is to make your work so that you get rewarded as frequently as possible, and it's tied to the thing that you want to do. So, for example, let's say, so I'm an app developer. Let's say I have this app that it needs to come out, right? It has to come out. But this app is going to take me 6 to 12 months to finish. And I'm trying to use discipline to get this entire app out, but it's just like, oh, okay, this is okay. And then I start procrastinating because I'm not getting any feedback. I'm not getting any reward. I'm not getting any dopamine from continuing on with this process. So I'm working hours, days, months, and then I slowly lose energy because I'm not getting any of that dope. I'm not getting any pleasure from it anymore. So I have to use discipline, and even that runs out. So what I do instead is chop it up. If there's this really long thing that I got to do that's going to take a lot of time, I move the goalpost from the very end to something that's only going to take maybe a month or maybe a week. And I set it up so that I get rewarded after I complete that thing. And this requires you to be honest with yourself on what rewards you. So for me, whenever I make an application, I get very much rewarded when I get positive feedback. So if I put it out and I get somebody to download it, or I get somebody to buy something, or I get somebody to leave me a positive review. That's the thing that rewards me. It gives me feedback. So instead of, in the case of an app, instead of working on this humongous app that's going to take months and months and months to do, I try to implement one feature, try to do one thing, and this could take a month or less, and I get that out. I get that out to the people. This could be a small group of people of friends and family who are going to enjoy it, or it could be, just like a demo. Hey, check out this this demo of this app I've made. It's not fully done, but here's what I got so far. So I can get that feedback, get that dopamine, get that reward, and that will carry me throughout the entire process. So instead of working on something for months and months and years, and only at the end I get the reward, I work on it little chunks at a time, and those little progression points, those little finish lines, each one gives me feedback and pleasure. And this could work for really anything. If you have a writing project, I have to write 10 pages, but I hate writing, right? What you can do instead is say, okay, what I'm going to do is write up one page, right? And after I finish that page, I'm going to share it with a friend, or I'm going to post it online and see what people think. That is how I motivate myself. It's just constantly giving myself little rewards after doing something. This is super, super useful for really anything. You want to practice guitar? You've been procrastinating about practicing guitar? Give yourself a tiny, tiny task. Give yourself an easy song that you have to play, right? Something easy that you like. You play that, you work on it for maybe 3 days, and then boom, you are like, wow, I'm getting good at guitar. Look at the song I can now play. You have given yourself that reward. So, in conclusion, if you find yourself procrastinating or lacking motivation to do the things that you know you need to do, you can try this hack, which is chop up whatever you have to do, if it's a long thing, into discrete packets. And at the end of it, you set up an intrinsic reward. So it has to be something that's actually linked to the thing. So it doesn't work if you do the thing and then go get dinner or you eat a piece of candy. That I found that hasn't really worked. What works better is usually by sharing the progress that you have made with someone and getting social validation. And it really works with strangers, getting validation from a stranger based off of the work that you have done. And that can propel you much farther. And you don't have to rely so much on discipline, because that's a difficult thing to cultivate. But that's my video. Thank you for watching, and tune in for next time.